The USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center welcomed the public for Fan Week, kicking off the 2022 US Open. It's a pretty cool thing. Tennis fans got to attend qualifying matches, special events, and even practice sessions up close for free. And this Fan Week, Serena Williams made sure to practice every day, giving her long, devoted fans something that is not always promised in sports: a chance to say goodbye.
A great way to win a championship. Second match, the Billie Jean King.
Roger Federer is the United States Open champion.
And it's Serena time again.
Rafael Nadal has won the US Open for a second time.
Naomi Osaka is the US Open champion. Daniil Medvedev.
Emma Raducanu, the queen of the United States Open.
Greatest of all time, Serena Williams.
Serena Williams' New York swan song would begin in the very spot where she captured the first of her 23 major titles 23 years ago.
This is not the sound you normally get in a first-round match.
Excellent movement running up there. Great signs, change direction, good reactions here.
There it is.
Miss Gladys Knight. Queen Latifah, the queen watching the queen of queens.
Serena applauds that. One hold, and Serena Williams. Serena Williams plays on. These fans, all of them, were on their feet before that last point was even played. The GOAT goes to the second round.
The way Nick Kyrgios is playing right now, he can beat anybody. Just ask him.
I've been doing this since I was 7 years old, so I feel like I don't know anything better than I know how to hit a tennis ball. If I'm serving big and I'm playing big, I've got a chance, and I'm in every single tennis match I play.
Game, set a match,
Kyrgios sailed in the early rounds, beating his doubles partner, Thanasi Kokkinakis, Benjamin Bonzai of France, and J.J. Wolf of the United States.
For the first time in his career, he reaches the fourth round stage here at the US Open.
2, 1, here we go.
The last time Rafael Nadal stepped foot on Arthur Ashe in competition, he raised the trophy. That was 3 long years ago, and yet expectations for the Spaniard remain high as ever.
Nadal's just absolutely juicing up the forehand now.
Game, set a match, Nadal. against the Frenchman.
6-love, 6-1, 7-5.
Also in New York is another Spanish player drawing favorable comparisons to Nadal, Carlos Alacaraz, who doesn't love to be called Carlos, it turns out.
I love to people call me Carlitos because it's more friendly, you know. I'm used to see the people call me Carlos when they are mad or something, you know, and I don't really like it. And yeah, on court, I call myself Charlie.
What he's called is a minor issue compared to what he can do. It really defies description. Just let the music play.
Absolutely vaporized that forehand.
What a closing volley that was. Such fine margins against the world's best.
Saves the best to last. And that's why he's a top 5 player in the world.
Carlos Alcaraz, he's so young, and I played him already 3 times, and each time was different, so I see how he's learning and so fast.
This guy is really good in all aspects. I mean, he's a complete player, really strong competitor, so he's someone to look out for.
There it is. He likes a big stage, he's got a big game, and Carlitos is in week 2 of the Open.
Sports, especially international sports like this one, have the potential on occasion to transcend wins and losses. That happened here in the first round of the tournament, when Daria Sneager of war-torn Ukraine took her stand against 7-seeded Simona Halep.
Remember the name. Daria Sneager, the world number 124, the qualifier, has taken out the world number 7 here, Simona Halep, a seismic shock.
The young woman's face said everything her words could not about what this day meant to her. Spike Lee, legendary director and New York icon, didn't miss a Serena Williams match this tournament. Fitting, he knows an amazing story when he sees one.
The greatest of all time, Serena Williams.
And Serena Williams was living another amazing story. The singular Serena took Ash Stadium in the second round against Annette Kontaveit of Estonia.
That's always the X factor, the Serena Williams serve.
Conventional wisdom suggested Serena wouldn't make it out of the first round of this tournament. She wasn't favored in the second when she played the world number 2. But here, maybe, more people were starting to believe. This was a big night for Ajla Tomljanovic. Though it had always been a dream of hers, she had never faced Serena Williams in her 13-year pro tennis career. She met Serena on this night, where the legend is most at home.
Oh yeah, Ajla Tomljanovic is good.
Serena is locked in though. And this is going to be a battle, but she just looks ready for it.
That is tremendous stuff. What composure from Ajla Tomljanovic.
These are the right moves that Serena has to be making this stage.
Serena's winning it. Stadium, outside of the stadium.
This is amazing. Every match point Tomljanovic has had, Serena has just played incredibly.
The greatest match of Tomljanovic's life against the greatest of all time.
Thank you, Daddy. I know you're watching. Thanks, Mom. Oh my God, Mom. It all started with my parents, and they deserve everything, so I'm really grateful for them. And it wouldn't be Serena if it wasn't Venus, so thank you, Venus. I'm just so grateful to every single person that's ever said go Serena in their life. I'm just so grateful because you got me here.
This is a surreal moment for me. I love Serena just as much as you guys do. She embodies that no dream is too big, and doesn't matter where you come from, you can do anything.
In the opening rounds of the 2022 US Open, the second, third, and fourth ranked players exited early. The top players remaining could not be more different.
First US Open quarterfinal.
Number 1, Iga Swiatek, is bookish and quiet and serious. There was a period this summer when she won 37 matches in a row. But when she's not racking up wins, she's escaping into a book.
It's really important for me. I feel like when I don't read for a couple of days, I don't have enough balance in my life, because this is that kind of thing that is really calming me and I can really relax.
Every time I see her or talk to her, she's reading a book or something, or studying or playing chess. It's cool to be curious.
Mostly fiction, because I want to really relax and forget about this world, you know.
Swiatek into the US Open semis for the first time.
6-3. 4, 3, 2, 1.
World number 5, Ons Jabeur, made history at Wimbledon, becoming the first Arab player and first African woman to reach a Grand Slam final in the Open era. A trailblazer and an inspiration.
I love inspiring the new generation. I love to inspire players from my country, from the Middle East, from the Arab world, from Africa. I feel like the privilege is amazing to have it. I play for that.
She's feeling it now, Jabeur.
The significance of her achievements is matched only by her popularity with fans and fellow players.
US Open quarterfinals.
Nicknamed the Minister of Happiness, Ons is a favorite on tour.
She's the nicest person on tour. I enjoy watching her being so open to everyone, and like she's kind to everybody, and that's just amazing.
She's a very good person. Like, you can actually tell, like, by looking at her in the eyes, that she has a very good heart. A lot of humor, a lot of sarcasm.
Just checking if you're awake or not.
That's my coach, okay?
It wasn't me, it was the ball.
You know, just a lot of touch and skills. When you play against her, you can feel that.
After her win against Serena, Ajla Tomljanovic eventually met Jabeur in the quarterfinal, where she learned that even though Jabeur is loved in the locker room, on the court, she's deadly.
Jabeur to the semis. Got it done in straights.
Aryna Sabalenka was lucky to get here. She was this close to losing to Kaia Kanepi in the second round.
An erratic start from the number 6 seed.
15-30.
But she made it to the semifinal last year in New York and she wanted desperately to return.
I remember almost every match. And yeah, I remember feeling after winning, especially the quarterfinal match and being in the semifinal for the second time. So it was unforgettable, I would say.
Her big return game and sheer ferocity suit the scene, and she revels in it. Even when she's not the one they're cheering for.
I just love court, I love crowd, even if you guys support her. Anyway, I love this place. I feel like it's tennis place and I just want to play here as much as I can.
To get to this year's semifinal, Sabalenka would need to get past her quarterfinal opponent, Karolina Pliskova.
Oh, this is huge at the moment from Sabalenka.
The first set was a lopsided affair. Sabalenka sailed ahead 6-1.
Sealed in style. A joy to watch Aryna Sabalenka when she plays like that.
Ball change.
Sabalenka dialed in her serve in the second set, drilling 6 aces. Pliskova did well to stay in the match, pushing Sabalenka to a tiebreak.
Absolutely amazing to find a shot like that. Really smart. What a way to win it. And it's back-to-back US Open semi-finals for Aryna Sabalenka.
Corentin Moutet is a character. The lucky loser had broken into this fourth-round match against number 5 in the world, Casper Ruud. He was gaining attention for colorful behavior on court, which continued in this match.
Come on, Sports Center, not top 10.
No way has he made that forehand to break serve.
Can't go over, go around. Thank you very much as the ball kisses the line.
Things looked tighty for the Norwegian in the first 2 sets. Moutet with a push-up break of all things. Third set, and Moutet's last stand. It may be Casper's last name, but it's the other guy who's being pretty, well, you know.
Oh, well, it was coming, wasn't it? Not quite over the top tier.
Just think, 1 sec. 1 sec.
Casper Ruud is the US Open quarterfinals for the first time.
Number 1 in the world against the hottest hand in tennis. Just the kind of match Nick Kyrgios wanted to play.
How do you stop this guy? How do you stop his serve?
I feel like as a tennis player, as an athlete, or with any profession, you kind of want to be in those moments. Like, I don't want to be playing futures or challenges on back courts with no crowd. Like, that's not why I played the sport. That's not why I picked up a racket. I want to be playing on the biggest stadiums in the world in front of millions of people, broadcasted globally. Like, that's where I want to be. Like, that's why I work hard. And it makes it even sweeter. Like, I know a lot of people don't want me to succeed. I know that a lot of people hate on my game or the way I do things or the way I go about it.
A month before, Kyrgios beat Medvedev in Montreal. But Medvedev wasn't sweating it.
I kind of know what I have to do so well, you know, try to get to the tiebreak or try to get opportunities on his serve. He also knows what he will do. He serves big. He's playing good so far. We're both quite electric, so you never know what's going to happen in the future.
That's out. Kyrgios gets the second one. Kyrgios takes out the #1 seed, the top player in the world, Daniil Medvedev, the defending champion.
To this point, some casual tennis fans might not have known the name Frances Tiafoe.
It's about as good as it gets.
But all that was about to change. He's going to need every bit of his home slam advantage in this meeting. He's on Arthur Ashe against Rafael Nadal, and he has a plan.
I think for everybody, it's just intensity, because matching intensity from first point to last. You know, you can't really have any dips. He takes advantage of it, and then, you know, how good his forehand is, right?
That was a thing of beauty.
Once you get a hold of a forehand, it's tough to get him out of that pattern.
That forehand is sumptuous.
I'm just going to have to be really aggressive and try and make him play to me and not me play to him.
Nadal had lost the first set in 3 out of 4 matches so far in the tournament. But he had not become the great Nadal without knowing how to make adjustments.
He got every bit of that one. Backhand from Tiafoe as well as it could be struck, and an even better forehand from Nadal.
Odds makers had Nadal the heavy favorite that morning. But what do they know?
And it is! Finishes it! 1 set away from the biggest win of his career.
By 6 games to 4.
For the second time in the 4th set, Tiafoe broke Nadal. Oh boy, things are getting spicy.
That is a piece of art right there.
One of the most liked players comes up with an historic win.
Nick Kyrgios just loves to push the envelope, saying things just to get a rise out of people. So nobody took it too seriously when he said this at the end of his 4th round match.
We do realise it's next week we're going home, so 3 more matches potentially then we never have to play tennis again.
His quarterfinal opponent, Karen Khachanov, is taking everything much more in stride.
I promised her as soon as I finish the tournament we go to Broadway for sure. So,
well, it's not Broadway, but this show is one night only.
He looked pretty good on that return forehand combination.
It is the tennis definition of rapid fire, Kyrgios serving. Play has worked well for Kyrgios, serve and volley, but Khachanov gets him there, and last second steals the first set.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyrgios out now receiving medical timeout.
So here's the MTO medical timeout for Kyrgios.
Calf injury or shin splints even in that area.
Yeah.
I really don't want to play for it.
Continues to be a downer from Kyrgios.
Work your way through it. You got this, Nick. Come on, keep that energy up.
Pulls through.
That's 7 games, 16.
Excellent stuff from Hachinov.
Game, set match, 3 sets to 2.
Karen Hachinov's wife, Veronica, is going to have to wait a few more days before that trip to Broadway she's been promised. Casper Ruud has already achieved one of his goals for the tournament.
It's been a dream of mine to be able to play on this court at least one time in my career, and now I have a win here as well, so I can tell my future kids or grandkids that I played here. So that will be a fun story to tell, and yeah, it was amazing.
But a much higher ambition lies ahead. With a championship, the Norwegian would become the world #1. He looked the part in this semifinal meeting with Karen Khachanov. The first set ended on a 55-shot rally on the 58th minute of the match.
7 games to 6.
Another well-thought-out point.
130.
Engages him, denies him rhythm, and then he just taps his talent off that forehand side.
Casper
Ruud, a set away from his second major final.
6 games to 2.
What a way to punch your ticket to Sunday's showpiece final.
Caroline Garcia is the hottest women's player of the summer. She is on a 13-match winning streak and into her first Grand Slam semifinal. She'd gotten here with a new philosophy: be more aggressive on every point.
Well, I got proof the last couple of months that it's definitely the good way for me, being aggressive, moving forward. It's the way I play the best tennis I can, and I'm glad it's working.
Another change came not in Garcia's game, but in her behavior.
Especially at the beginning of the year and last year, I was pretty nervous, getting frustrated a lot, and starting to talk too much, talk loud and saying bad things. And Bertrand and the team were really behind me and said, when you talk, it's not working. So just shut your mouth, try to focus, do the things you know how to play tennis, but talking for you, it's not working, so don't do it.
Garcia is rolling into this quarterfinal. Her opponent, Coco Gauff, the promising young American who has enjoyed the passionate support of her home crowd. In the second round, Gauff ripped a 128-mile-an-hour serve on the way to this quarterfinal match. But Garcia was just too tough for Gauff on this day, dominating the net, keeping Gauff off balance.
Unbelievable. Gauff had it all lined up and just couldn't make the pass.
She needed that one.
Next match for Caroline Garcia was the semifinal. She stepped out onto the biggest stage of her career against Ons Jabeur.
Here trying to pump herself up here early.
That's here.
This is that one. Another game for Ons Jabeur.
Garcia was only broken 3 times in the tournament. Jabeur broke Garcia 3 times in this set.
There it is.
Next you have Sinner or Alcaraz. Do you have a preference and what kind of game you expect against each?
I think it's going to be a great match. I don't really have a preference. I mean, either guy's going to be tough. They're both great players. I just hope they play a marathon match, super long match, and they get really tired come Friday. But
prophetic words from Frances Tiafoe.
The fourth and final quarterfinal here on the US Open.
Everyone expected a battle when Carlos Alacaraz met Jannik Sinner on Arthur Ashe in this quarterfinal. But this was a blockbuster. This match went 5 sets, including 2 tiebreaks.
Creativity. My name is Carlos. Have you ever seen anything like it?
A total of 18 breaks of serve. 119 winners.
Full commitment to the cause.
Comes back from the break to send this match the distance.
The US Open is known for late-night matches, but this one was a doozy. By the time Alcaraz finally prevailed, it was 2:50 in the morning.
Carlos Alcaraz books his ticket to the last 4 in the most remarkable fashion.
So if 2 days later, Carlos Alacaraz was tired when he met Frances Tiafoe on Arthur Ashe, he didn't show it.
The defenses of the Spaniard. We've seen it before, but seeing really is believing. Pandemonium inside Ashe.
Work in the crowd. We'd love to get this tie break.
An ignominious way for a set to come to an end, but what a big set it could be for Frances Tiafoe. Between 2 men who move perhaps better than anybody else. Breathtaking.
There's
that look on Tiafoe's face, almost thinking, what do I do? He's trying different things.
A spark was needed, and a spark may have been found.
The home crowd was understandably pulling for the first African-American man to make a U.S. semifinal since Arthur Ashe did it in 1972.
It's wide! Can you believe it? We're going 5 in New York yet again.
But with tennis this inspired, this joyful, Alcaraz makes a lousy villain.
It's unbelievable. I would say the 70% is it was from Francis. I just hear 30% remaining, you know. It was crazy. The night season here in Arthur Ashe in US Open is crazy.
Carlos Alacaraz becomes just the second teenager in the Open era to reach the US Open final.
There are two Aryna Sabalenkas, the one you see on court, ferocious and intense, but there's another side to the woman with the tiger on her forearm.
On court, I'm really crazy girl, and I'm a big fighter, and I'm going crazy. Sometimes they're really aggressive girl, but off court, I feel like I'm like all the way around, you know, like I'm trying to like live this life with the humor and be relaxed and just have fun. I think it's just a good balance to be relaxed in life. I'm like put all the aggression on court and then I can live normal off the court.
In the semifinal, Sabalenka faced a familiar foe in Iga Swiatek. Swiatek had won 3 out of the last 4, so the Pole had a plan, maybe too much of a plan.
For the first time, we're gonna play against each other in a Grand Slam, so I don't know how it's gonna be, but for sure I'm gonna be working to just keep my level of focus and, you know, determination the same way. And we played each other a couple of times, so we know each other, so it's gonna be pretty similar situation. Sorry, my answer is too long. Sorry, they're trying to teach me, but I just. What was I saying? So we'll see.
It starts with the first serve. Swiatek not doing nearly enough with the return and pays the price.
30-14.
Trying to reach her first major final, and she grabs the first set.
It's really been a different Iga Swiatek.
Defending, and there will be a third set. Open title.
Your shirt, when you walked in here, said face your fears. So on Saturday, what are the fears that you need to face down?
Losing finals is one of them. The most important thing is accept that I am playing a big final and accept all the emotions that are gonna come my way.
If she'd win, Ons Jabeur would become the first woman from the continent of Africa to win a major. It's a piece of history that she clearly wants. But Iga Swiatek is a competitor of the first degree.
There's no mistake that she's here, but for sure you have to stay low on your legs, and she has a different game style than most of the players, so you have to adjust a little bit more, but I'm ready.
Okay, wait for me.
Always fascinating to see how players start Grand Slam finals. So many nerves swirling around. Different players react and respond differently to the situation.
Iga Swiatek.
Timid start from Ons Jabeur, looking in a player's eyes.
Yes.
That is a different look we just saw there from Jabeur than we saw throughout this tournament. Look at the way she's walking. She's just so purposeful.
There's the look.
That's exactly right. So quick to the short ball. So big off the forehand. Iga Swiatek with the opening set in half an hour. Swiatek knew just what was going to happen. Back 6-2, and now 3-love for the world's number one. And she's back into this set as well. There's so much tension. The champion, Iga Swiatek. Second major title of the year. The 21-year-old far and away the world's number one.
I want to thank the crowd for cheering me up, and Iga didn't make it easy for me, but she deserved to win today.
And Ons, I mean, such an amazing tournament, such an amazing season. Well, I know that this is, already a pretty nice rivalry, and we're gonna have many more, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna win some of them. Thank you, guys. Dziękuję.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 US Open Women's Champion, Iga Swiatek.
I know that I'm going to have to play some of my best tennis ever to have a chance to beat him. He's a great player, he's a complete player, he's young, he's energetic. Let's see who will be the better man today.
It's not time to be tired. I mean, I have to give everything on court, you know. It's the last match of the tournament, so I have to go for it.
Casper Ruud, the number 4 player in the world, Carlos Alacaraz.
Hit about 3 or 4 winners against Alcaraz, don't you? And then you might still lose a point.
Exactly.
Another drive. That one works.
Alcaraz doesn't think he got there in one bounce.
Let's see if he's right.
Wow. Casper Ruud saying I didn't get to it. It was going to be Ruud's point. And Ruud said I didn't get to it.
Mr. Ruud has just confirmed that the ball bounced twice. The point goes to Alcaraz.
Two sets away from his first major title and the #1 rank.
That's a great play against Alcaraz. You got to go behind him. To get there just to be amazed.
Just because we know he can do it. Group breaks.
New balls, please.
There it is.
Seconds
Dead even.
6 against 2.
Oh! Praise for both. This is some match. He's 1 set away.
7 against 6. Alcaraz leads by 2 sets.
No. Yes.
13. Game. Alcaraz. Is it 2-1, 6-4, 2-6, 7-6, 3.
When when he gets up off the ground, he'll be the #1 player in the world.
Well, this is something that I dreamed of since I was a kid, you know, to be #1 in the world, to be champion. So it's tough to talk right now, a lot of emotions right now.
2022 US Open Men's Champion, Carlos Alacaraz.
The 2022 US Open was one for the record books, in attendance, in television ratings, in late night endings. Maybe there will be some comfort in the promising performances shown this fortnight, that tennis after Serena Williams' departure will be just fine. In the end, the US Open revealed a sense of where this sport stands and where it's going. And for those 2 weeks, nothing in New York could compare to the excitement of the US Open.